Sanbonani, welcome to our dead episode of Talk Entertainment on Arts. My name is Linda Mangwe, your boy, just Mangwe on all social media platforms. If it's your first interaction with our channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share for your friends, So I'm gonna let my co-host introduce herself, and we have an amazing guest with us.
But we'll introduce her later, obviously. Hello, guys. What he do, what he does, what he doing, what he did. It's your girl, Belloo.
The landlady.
It's me, Tawelo, a.k.a. Bello, a.k.a. the landlady. We're back with another one.
Yes,
a spicier
it's the third
one.
episode.
Yes,
it's the third
sir.
episode.
Yeah.
As you can see, we have our guest. Her name is... Okay, no, I'm gonna let her say her intro.
Jimelang, everybody. Sounds different coming and saying it this side.
Oh, yeah.
I am Samantha Rad, also known to, everyone. If you're watching this and you know, if you're watching this and you don't know, now you know. Bhubesi on all social, not all, just Bhubesi. Bhubesi.
Before we go on with the interview, I'd like to thank everyone that kind of engaged with us on our first two episodes, helping us grow, the constructive criticism, and all you guys have helped us, the ideas, we really appreciate it. So guys, don't forget, you can still comment, help us grow, give us the pointers, so we can grow. Yes, we have Bhubesi slash the baker slash the artist slash I do everything.
The comedian.
Are you versatile?
This one is after my heart. I promise.
Energy. So I think we're gonna structure the way we question you, so we don't get to ask you about cakes and then on the side we'll ask about music. So we're just gonna start with the entrepreneurial side. Take us through Bhubesi the baker.
Oh yeah, Bhubesi.
Like when did
the money maker.
The money.
Bhubesi started baking from childhood, but really formalized the business last year, November 2019. In case they watch this 5 years from now, so that's last year. I started on the 27th of November with no plan, no capital, no direction, but I just knew I wanted to bake.
Wow.
I'm not packaging, and it kicked off from there, and here we are now. My first client was my good friend Reynard Bach.
Oh yeah, I know Reynard.
Water cake. Now, Connor, he was also. I'm just like, just give me a chance, and he was happy with it. And I figured, if
so
one person's happy,
you probably compromised on the price for your first
not
customer.
even. Funny enough,
Like,
I just charged, and it's funny enough at that time, it's still the price that it is now, but not for too long.
So Reynard started the business basically.
Don't let him hear you say that. Do not let him hear you say that. But Reynard. Jesus, no. The only person who has shares is me until I can start buying a few Benzes and then get now sending on leadership.
Alright. So who was your inspiration behind all of the baking? Who taught you how to bake?
It's probably Maganj.
Funny enough, Gogo, hey?
Gogo.
It goes all the way back.
Okay.
Gogo started baking. Mage watched her. Mage she was never sat down. So, can't say they can flour and Mage just watched. She's like, okay, you can do us. And, being a single mom, having that side hustle really helped her. And obviously, being the only kid in the house, I'd sit there and watch, flour, eggs. This one day I dropped a 2-tray thingy. Yo guys, the beating I got. But no, it only makes sense because the so really 2 trays of eggs. But with time, and with time, she came back from work and found a proper, decent, edible cake. And from there, I was just like, let me, So I started Googling recipes, asking Coco for advice. And with time, people would ask me, I'm going to have a birthday. And I'm just baking jay, And someone's just like, nah, dude, make money out of this thing. So here we are now. So it started from Coco to
generational.
That's great.
What do you do? Coco Wenda.
Is she happy? Is your Coco happy?
Oh my God, she is the proudest. Every day I send her pictures of Coco, what's in bag. And like she always says, she never thought any one of her grandkids would take this thing up, and it's just such a reaffirmation to her. She's got her legacy is being lived on.
At least you learn from her.
Exactly.
Okay. Coming back to your baking, like I have firsthand tasted.
One of the first
yes,
as well.
Yes, credit. But like one thing I kind of noticed was how rich your cakes are. Like rich, about like chocolate stinging. And I even retweeted. I put, trying to put my friend on. Yeah. So, what's your specialty? Like there's vanilla, chocolate, but I feel like chocolate is your.
Funny enough, chocolate isn't my specialty. You do something well, and then there's something you enjoy doing.
Okay.
Not that I don't enjoy doing chocolate. It's one of my highest seller cakes, like all the time, constantly, baking. But my favorite cake, the first cake I made, which is still my favorite, is carrot cake. And I've been diversifying and experimenting with the type of, the type of like ingredients that I put in, just to try like amp it up, because I really enjoy doing it. I don't know, it's just one of those things for me. So but the carrot cake
I've never tasted carrot cake.
Ever?
Sorry.
What?
Ever.
Oh my lord, it's a mission now. I have to make you cake.
Yeah,
I don't have a choice.
I am indirectly asking you to do it.
But
But like for real, like
you
legit, I've never had
Really?
carrot cake. Like I only had cheesecake this year.
Cheesecake is disgusting.
It depends who makes it.
No,
I don't
cheesecake
know.
is
I
just
don't
not
know.
the best.
I don't know. I
Can
can't
I
say
change
so.
your mind?
Uh-huh.
Can I change your mind?
Oh yeah.
So
Cheesecake.
carrot cake, cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
No, but
Okay, we have
cheesecake.
orders. We have orders. We have orders.
Anyways,
Can I also? Yes, I wanna ask something, but you probably be surprised how I'm gonna ask you. So like, when you ice your cakes, I saw some picture.
Oh God.
There's this particular position that you do when you tell us about that.
Okay. As you can see, I'm a very big girl, but I'm very flexible. Like my limbs go in all sorts of different directions. So there's this stool of mine that I prefer sitting. I prefer looking at the cake at a much lower angle so I can capture, So when I sit down, my legs do this.
On the stove, something like this.
Oh God, he's gonna do it.
Something like this on the stove. And then she does.
And it's the other way around, actually.
Oh yeah.
I sit properly, and then like I kind of hook my ankles to the bag. Because I can't do it.
Yeah, I saw
but
that.
Yeah, it goes that far back. I don't know. And funny enough, the minute I sit like that, I go in. Like I can ice 3 cakes in clearly ganjalo, no crabs, nothing.
One position. Well,
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to ask you
Wow.
about that.
so part of that is being a gymnastic
Not even.
Bhubesi the baker, the
the
singer, the
gymnast.
gymnast.
Gymnasium.
Bhubesi the gymnasium. Hey, hello.
You're someone.
Sound like my uncle. So that's it's me in my comfort zone, because I always say if you're doing something, I don't sit. But my legs are doing. I don't just sit. So baking needs me to be comfortable, because it's a labor of love. You on your feet for 24 hours on points, so you need to be as comfortable as possible.
Every cake baked with love. I'm
Always.
sure.
Always.
Passion.
That's great.
So
Always,
much
always.
passion.
Yeah.
And we've talked about the cakes.
Yes.
We've heard a
Moving
lot
on.
about the cakes. So moving on, people maybe they don't know that side of you. I'm not sure. We know Bhubesi the baker, Vele, Bhubesi, because everyone's posting your cakes. Everyone, But you also sing. You also sing.
I do sing. I've been singing since I was 6 months old.
Wow.
What?
I sang before I spoke. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I sang before I spoke. You guys remember Youth Plays? Youth Plays. Look, I started recording my cassette.
Yes. And then you go.
My mom would go to work, leave me with the helper, and she'd play the music. As a kid, there was some song.
Oh,
It's like
mimicking. Oh, yeah,
every
mimicking.
day.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like da 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 da, but singing
Da.
with the melody. That's the thing that caught attention. Like mfana ugle key yale ngoma.
You had it in
And
you.
you know, because Ma used to sing, Goko is again, so it's the singing's generational as well. Goko sang, Mom says, so everyone's been singing, and that I've just grown into it, and I've been very fortunate enough to work with people who are able to harness the skill, give me advice, mentorship, and give me the platform to put my skill out there.
That's great. That's great.
Unlike me.
Yeah, and as I was about to say that I can't
Inhlabelele.
think. I can't sing. Tabe, please. I was in church the other day with Tabe. What's in on?
You couldn't hear me.
Listen, the Lord.
Also, you were hiding behind the.
You couldn't hear
I'm
me.
joking.
It's
I'm
okay,
joking,
the Lord
I'm
heard
joking,
you,
I'm
girl,
joking,
and
I'm
that's
joking.
all that matters.
I'm joking. I can't sing for my life. Like I can't sing for my life
You know.
entirely. So like going back, like I saw you. Yo, guys, I'm sorry. This is like a friend of mine. Yeah. So I support everything she does.
And he does.
You know.
And I appreciate it.
Going back, I think my first interaction with you on your music was when you were performing at the Swazi Plaza, Kalipi thingy.
Yeah,
yes,
at
open
the food
mic.
court.
One I know.
At the
As
food
open
court.
mic.
Yes.
Bonge Cook Unplugged,
Mbulelo was there too.
2018.
Unplugged? No.
No.
I was
Yes,
not.
Mbulelo was my photographer on the day.
He was supposed to sing and he didn't sing.
He sang for the second open at the Valentine's.
I missed that one.
video.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, open mic. That was my first, like, my second gig. You
After
know,
Unplugged.
because I've been very shy coming out of music and performing on my own because I've been, I'd say, been so used to being like in big bodies. Like I'm a choir person.
Oh,
Yeah.
Choir.
Okay.
Choirs. I love choirs, whether I'm in the choir or I'm conducting the choir. So being alone was like, woo, okay, there's no one behind me. I'm,
It's just
you know, now in front of the show. But that was my first gig, and I enjoyed every single.
Yeah.
But the nerves, I mean, it's such an open place.
And
People are passing
are
by.
No, I think with me, what I do is ang perform me uto ngibukele. I want you to perform and listen to what I'm singing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
More on the listening.
Because
more on the
even if
listening.
ngibhekele, nami ngibhekele, at the end of the day, what should
it's
impact
about
you is
hearing.
what I'm
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
You know? So, and nerves, I'm a people's person.
Yeah.
And as much as I have my social anxiety, I'm a people's person. Like, you can have this entire yard filled with people. I'll go at it. I'll look at each and every one of you. So yeah,
Pass her the
no
mic.
nerves.
She
Have
needs to
that
sing. You
connection.
said you don't sing, but now a field filled
I'm
with
gonna
people.
charge you for
can.
this. I'm
No,
gonna charge you for this.
no.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
hear
oh
it.
my
Let's give me something.
Oh my
Just a
really?
small thing.
Just a small thing.
Just a small thing.
Just a
You
small
can
Nyana.
Okay. We can pass on that.
She was
Probably
actually
At the
gonna go
end,
for it.
at the end.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
at
you
the
think
end.
about
Let's
what
think of a
song
song.
rendition.
end
Okay.
up.
Still on your music, like I've somehow realized, you see, most vocalists, you're a vocalist, you're more on the
Vocalist,
singing, you know,
songwriter,
songwriter / everything.
So want to be instrumentalist.
Yeah, yes. Well, I'm
Yeah.
actually trying to tap into that. The relation you have with the guys that do your music. For instance, Umsheng,
Nkosi
the one and
yami,
only,
Futhi.
Lipoti Zamnet.
Yeah, man.
How has that helped you be comfortable and actually be able to
express
be Samantha, the vocalist that she is today?
Oh man, guys, when I tell you, top 5 blessings in my life ever, working with SQ. They have my first gig, my first ever outside of anything was with them, and so from the day they picked me up from rehearsal up until right now, I have never felt more blessed to work with such a group of guys who they not only understand music, they become the music.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm gonna listen to a song, probably wanna cover it. The song's difficult. I'll send it to them. It's Taibamba. And Taibambe. And they embody it, you know. So it makes it so much more easier for me to be comfortable, to let them know it's okay. Remember what you did for that song? Can you do it now? Like it's so many different things, and they're like brothers to me, man. You know, these guys have gone above and beyond for me. You know, I don't I take them even if I have a gig in the UK.
They are you singing. Yeah.
I'm going with them. There's
Matong.
not. There aren't 5. Samantha's not one. Samantha's 5.
There's 5 people.
Yeah. Okay. So like, if you had one thing to choose, I know I'm gonna make this hard. What would it be? Baking or singing?
Singing. Oh no, listen.
Definitely.
You can take everything away. When I'm singing, any other facet I'm involved in can't take away singing. The S in Samantha is for singing. You can't. You know, to explain the first. Okay, I wouldn't sing immediately because like my voice, Jesus, explain is a mess. But of all the things I do for you, I'd sing first. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Well,
So, yeah.
I guess that's one end. That's all of it on
All
the
of
music.
it.
But like, who inspires you to sing? Like, who are you listening to? What you Scott?
Funny enough, people
I don't know,
people
Bill, I don't
see
know.
or hear a lot of Jill Scott, especially adults, like when they come. Not that I'm not an adult, but they like mature.
Yeah.
We hear Jill Scott, I'm like, that's
I can't wait for the last part where you say.
I look up to women like Jill Scott, but in my sort of generation.
So I hit on the spot, mangwe.
Right now, the biggest musical influence, or two biggest musical
No, you
influence.
can
Three.
take as much as you can.
And
From 1 to 2 to 3.
No,
You can
wait,
take as
5.
much.
Let's just say 5.
Okay, 5. Okay.
Yeah.
In
That's
no
it.
particular order.
Okay, yeah.
Moonchild, the band. Hi, Sanel.
Yeah.
Nice, and then-
Moonchild.
The
Oh my lord! No, Moonchild, the band. It's Amber Navran and I forgot the two gents that she's with. Oh my god! After this, please go. Just type in Moonchild. You won't regret it. It's Moonchild. It's
You better pay. We're putting you on.
it's Jamie Woods. It is Snow Allegra. If you follow me, you know Time is one of my all-time favorite songs. In South Africa, I am listening to Something Soweto and Sinom Solo. I love them.
Something.
And I'm slowly getting into who's this gent? Daliwonga.
Oh, okay.
He's
the new hype.
You know, so those are my currently my biggest musical influences, but they go as far back as the 90s groups that a whole bunch of people don't know. I'm talking For Real. I'm talking Brownstone, Soul for You, Boys to Men. You know, the groups
bunch,
where you listen to them, you just know it's vocals only. So those are my biggest vocal inspirations.
It's quite amusing. It's quite amusing how you are able to tap into so many things. And I'm looking at my life. I'm like, yo, mango. And I think I'm not talking for only just mango. No, Toby.
Pancakes.
Oh, okay. Ngasuke ngasheshe ngakubala.
Yeah.
Okay. Sake sahlabela nini? Sake sahlabela.
Ngento njani random audition. Wooden mic.
Contender. But like yeah, Sham, it's really amazing how you are able to just embody all this craft, you know. All in one. All in one.
And since we're here, I need to ask you it's not a trick question, but we're here in Eswatini, and what do you personally think about the music industry here since you're in it?
Since you've tapped in,
do you feel like you've had enough opportunities, or you've been put on a scale where you feel like, yabolana, people accept me? How has the market been towards you and your singing career?
It's actually been very open, if I may put it that way. I just started. I'm not gonna say I've been in the game. No, I literally just started. But you know when someone walks through the door and someone just like brings them in. I haven't had to walk all the way to maybe the kitchen just to get recognition. I've had the fortune of working with people who saw the talent, saw that I was shy, and brought me in. You know, so
made you comfortable.
You know, I've sat down with like heavyweights that I would not have even imagined. He or she sings, or he or she raps. But now I know them personally, you know, and it's such a huge honor to me, and I can only look forward to how far I'm gonna go now, knowing that I have them by my side, you know. So I'm looking forward to that a lot.
From them, who is your
Inspiration.
inspo?
Just one,
okay,
just one,
someone
just
you
one.
like here.
Just
so
one, just
any
one.
artist
Just one.
that you like, not just one, as many as you can. I mean,
But I know Willemsen is amazing.
Yes,
I know.
Willemsen has been
I know. She's
such
wonderful.
oh my
Oh,
god,
she's wonderful.
the first time I met or interacted with her was last year, Festival Explosion.
Oh yes. Oh
Yes.
yes.
From that day on,
No, we're
and
working
together.
Yes.
We're working together, and he took a picture of me holding her guitar.
Yeah.
Remember?
And she looked like a baby. She
God, I was so excited. It was meeting her. She's been doing so much for the industry, and she's walking for me to eventually run. So she's one of my biggest inspirations. If she watches this,
shout out. I hope she does. I hope she watches. Last night, I think last night or the day before, but I think it's last night. I saw a tweet. Dr. Shakes.
Oh, okay.
I think you remember that one. I think you retweeted or you commented on it or you shared it.
Which one?
Where he talks about how males have this tendency of wanting favors for,
What,
okay, man.
Sip some tea. Oh, is it
No.
I'm
Relax.
spilling some now.
Yeah. It's about when you're a female in the industry, maybe. Like, how males want something in return.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to.
So you don't have to expect sexual favors.
Yes. That one.
Okay.
How you've never in any way.
I've never
experienced that.
I have experienced it, but I've never done it. And I'll tell you why. As an entrepreneur and as an upcoming vocalist, I've been put in situations, I won't lie, where maybe after a gig, a particular guy is now coming to my table, or trying to get me a drink or something, and you can just tell that this is a hidden agenda. Or if I'm delivering a cake, it's partly another reason why I've had to stop delivering. I've been in so many dodgy situations. People that funny enough, that a lot of people know, and we're like, how am I the only one he's done this to? What if he's done it to someone else and he's managed to get away with it? So it's another reason why I'm very skeptical working with men. That's why I count working with S Cubed such a blessing, because I've never felt uncomfortable working with them. I know there was a day we started 11 episodes. I knew nothing was gonna happen, because those are my brothers. If anything should happen, they'd be the first to protect me. So being a woman in any industry or any, be it
being a woman,
especially in these days, it's such a difficult feat. So we constantly have to be careful of the people we interact with
and watching over
and the
ourselves,
places
which
we go.
is kind of
like,
we constantly have to.
It doesn't have to be like
and
that.
it hurts. Honestly, you can't walk down the street without anything happening. It's a risk. So
men need to do
Buffett.
Yeah.
Yes, moving on from Bhubesi the artist. Guys, Bhubesi
has facets.
We are transitioning.
We're trying to break you down.
We are breaking, unraveling, indulging, exploiting.
Exploring.
Persuading. I think it's just how you are able to just embody so many things in one. Okay, you are the baker. We've covered that. You are Bhubesi the artist. We've been through that. Now we are tapping onto Bhubesi the podcaster / YouTube. Bhubesi roars.
Yes.
Did I say the roars
roar?
right?
Please roar. Simba.
Roar.
Baton with flavor.
Oh, Simba roars with flavor. Yay!
Pilas hela.
Yeah.
Baton.
I think this is on the baton.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yes. Take us through your different segments. Like what made you tap into that? Because personally, I used to have this tendency of venting a bit of my frustrations on Twitter, especially topics like gender. Especially topics
diary.
like gender pay. Yeah, you can.
Marabani judge to come.
That's the thing. You don't have to care about what someone else has to say, so long as you have your point out.
And
like I use Twitter as a platform where I could just like express my views, especially on gender-based violence, because that thing irks me. Like it irks a whole side of me. Maybe it's because I'm so used to being. I'm gonna need this. But I think growing up in a scenario where it's just women and I'm just the only gent, that taught me so much about women, about how you need to learn to respect and treat women as equals. Like I don't have to make you feel like you're compromising on your space, on yourself, just so naming no. So I think you use your podcast as a way of expressing all that is going. So take us through those sentiments.
Well, like my baking, I just started with no plan, nothing. In fact, the first one was a chat. I just put my phone there, recorded a video, put it on my IG story. That's where the home of Bhubesi in my bedroom was and that's where the home of like Bhubesi is. And there was like, okay, let me just do a chat on something. I remember my first chat was about self-acceptance, because I'm so big on people embracing who they are in order to achieve so many things out there. So you need to work on your in before you come out.
True.
And from there, I'm like, okay, let's make this a thing. I'm like, okay, the next one I did it. I'm like, hold up.
That's good work.
People are
were
liking
listening.
this. People
Yeah.
were listening.
Watching.
People were
watching.
I'm like, okay, let's make it a thing. I'm like, okay, guys, can I, like, should I name it? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, since Bhubesi, I'm like, it's raw. Because like the lion, the sound the lion makes, I'm like, let's roll. And it picked up. And I'm just like, okay. Aside from Twitter, those who know me on Twitter, I talk smack, gang smack. But I'm like, this is now a much more formal way of me addressing issues that I've had thoughts and opinions on. So let me use that. And I did it and it started picking up. I'm not just tackling like minor issues. I'm going in there. I'm a psychology student and a mental health advocate and a peer educator. So a lot
all
of
the accolades, guys. Samantha Yonke
clearly. So a lot of those things put together made me much aware of the society that I live in and the issues that we face. And I'm one person. I am, on top of being a feminist, I am all about dismantling patriarchy. And I know this rubs a lot of men the wrong way. And I'm like, you have to understand
how not all men.
So, and you have to, and when I say that it rubs a lot of men wrong, because you think of, I'm like, no. The fact that it's rubbing you wrong says something
about you.
So that's the time I take to then, but at the same time, I'm done educating people. If you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, toodles. So the platform was for that, and a whole bunch of other issues. I'm talking family, I'm talking mental health, I'm talking yourself, I am talking ongoing chats, and it gets as deep as it can. No boundaries. I'm not here. No one says, you should calm down. You tell me to calm down, I'm not.
Why?
You're fueling the fire.
You're triggering something.
Exactly, you're fueling the fire. So that's how, that was on IGTV. And again, a good friend of ours, Sizwe, was like, no, let's put you on a podcast.
And it blew.
For bigger reach. So I'm like, okay, how's it going to work? So explain the concept and put it there. I'm not even my podcast.
Alone.
I'm on my own, my bedroom, and
Caesar helps me
with the editing.
With the editing. He does the editing and then puts it up there.
And we've gone so far into this.
Caesar, shout out, dog. Shout out, Caesar. Shout out, I'm saying, dog.
And when he put this thing on, the next thing he sends me a screenshot, dude, we're chatting. I'm like, huh?
What's chatting?
No chat.
I'm like, wait, I pronounce this on iPhone.
I'm like, number one. Oh, okay. Where? I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Up until recently, where the more content you have, the bigger or wider your reach is. And if you have people from specific countries sharing that,
you grow.
Last week, we charted number one for 2 days straight on Apple Podcasts globally.
It's Thank
you. So this meant, and when we checked the insight, this meant people in Australia are listening. People, and I'm like, Bas Vanjan, let's Swati. Because when I get deep, I wanna tell you my stuff. So they're there, they listen. I'm like, oh, okay, people are actually engaging. So it really motivated me. So there's the podcast.
This is great.
And we've gone. I was saying we've gone so far into this podcast thing, and we didn't ask you this one question, I think, which was really important, because we keep on saying Bhubesi. But What? Who named you Bhubesi? How did you get to being the
Bhubesi?
lion? Bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Bhubesi started from before I was even born.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot of things. Yeah.
From like the Piningi.
Oh,
The
This
Piningi.
is 97. This is Kanye. My mom's pregnant. She's chowing a gang meat. Like,
Oh.
Mshana, meat,
Okay,
anything.
okay,
When
okay. I
KFC,
think I catch it.
like, all the hands that are off, all the ladies
And
she
the
works
Magnum.
This is never called my street.
all the hands.
All the
Yeah,
ladies she
yeah.
works with are like, hey, no, it's yeah. So that was like the minor part of
The
it.
minor
So I'm
part of
thinking,
it,
oh,
yeah,
okay. And she became Magwapu from before Boo was even a thing.
Yeah.
And she gave birth, and they knew my name was Samantha, but as a girl, Unjan Boo, you know.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't aware of this
Oh, okay.
at all until last year. One
Are you
lady, a former
serious?
colleague, literally last year, she's like, oh,
Cause yeah, dating back, Bhubesi just came.
just came
Yeah,
up with being
yeah,
Samantha
yeah.
Mahol, and she's just like, how? Nangpo, Songaga. I'm like,
Ooh.
what the hell is she talking about? And I mean, and then my mom's like, yeah, Songaga. I'm like, oh, clearly,
So
like there's
clearly,
an
those people
imaginary
have a
child.
code name. They have
They
a
have,
code
I
name.
mean,
Yeah.
I get in the car, I'm like, hey Joe, give me a
Boo.
best.
Give
And
me
she's
a
just like,
boo.
it's you. I'm like, eh? Then she explains the whole
Oh,
meat
the
thing.
whole-
I'm like,
okay,
oh,
okay.
but why did you tell me my name's
I could have been using this
I
all my
could
life.
have
whole
been
life,
using
dog.
life.
And
Yeah.
they're just like, yeah, no, you're Bhubesi. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool.
That's great.
And then I go to some church. Right, this is now the major stuff. Go to some church. The first time I'm going public with this, so you guys have like,
Yeah, well.
First-hand material.
you know,
Hello.
exclusive.
Hi.
So we go to some church and then this prophet. I'm a bang of prophets and because these days,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I sit in the back.
Upupushi. I'm a donation.
You know. So he sees me. I'm sitting down like my friends go. I'm like, guys, I saw my altar call and he calls me. He's like, you. I'm like, me? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I literally up front and people are like, huh? Because you know when a prophet calls you, everyone thinks, hi.
Yeah,
I'm like, no,
yeah.
This is your
hell
moment
no.
to
Like,
shine.
Sir, I'm good, love. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh. So after the service, I'm literally called from the car to come to get there.
Sure.
And when I sit down, he stands up. Okay, I'm standing, I stand up. He sits down. He's like, I can't do what you're doing. I'm like, why? He's like, I'm in the presence of a power.
Okay.
Okay.
You are rude.
That's my thumb, like, the power. I'm like,
Like, in your
Shana.
head,
Shana.
though,
I
of course.
understand.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, you have the spirit of a lion with us.
That's good.
I'm like, okay, let's sit down. He's like, he can't sit down. I'm like, no, dog, you're joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need
No.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, can I stand? He's like, that's fine. I stand up. He sits down, explains the whole thing to me. I'm just like, oh, okay, makes sense. I go to Sanem sometime in July. We were with the
Nature
lions
reserve.
here and
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, there they are, sharp. And I go to a game reserve in SA, and guys,
Okay.
Sihleti, we're in the car,
Ah.
the game thingy, and this driver's like, this is where the lions are supposed to be. Like, clearly they're taking a
But
nap.
you were there, so.
I'm
here
here now.
So
I'm
already
here
there.
now.
Yeah.
And my friend is just like, oh my God, don't move. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm thinking there's a
I
bug.
move.
You know when someone says don't move, you're
Yeah,
thinking,
I move.
oh my God.
Stepping
She's like, no, don't move.
Where's the
Like, what do you
tarantula?
mean? She's just like, look to your left. Turned around. Okay, she's a bit too close, but like just 2 meters away was
That's too
the head of
close.
a whole giant ass lion. I'm like,
Yeah, that's too close.
this thing was on like not a tree, but like a slope.
So you could
So
have just,
close enough.
Yeah, it could
No,
have
it should
jumped.
be
Yeah.
easy.
And
Yeah.
young boga. And my friend's like, don't scream, don't. I'm like,
like-
girl, listen, this is
There's
not
a
like a
lion.
cat.
This
It's not a
is a
cat,
lion.
Baba. If
Yeah.
anything happens, ngiyatshaya.
Yeah.
And she's just like, relax. And the game driver is just like, this is the first time this has ever happened. Ever. He's been there for like 35 years. Like, he's never seen a lion come this close unless ngilaba mhlaba ikhulu see.
Ungubhubesi.
I'm just there like, okay, what do I do? Like, oh my God. And like, I need to pee. Like, oh, like, I'm
It's like
panicking.
lion
mode,
meets
panic
lion.
mode.
I'm trying to, I could die. Like, if this thing was
Yeah,
just like,
true.
she looks cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I'm gone, you know?
Yeah.
So I stop, I look at it, and it just it comes close. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Don't give me.
Don't give me.
And they're like, do not make a sound, do not scream, do not. I'm like, Chana, this is, you're there. You're
And
not
I'm here. And I'm here.
You know, and this lion comes closer and it looks at me. And then it turns around.
Wow.
Like this. So I'm here and it turns around, it looks that way, it looks back. And I'm just like,
Okay.
let me just be brave. Let me see what happens. I'm just like,
Brushy.
I'm not like what? No, just like the, don't you? It can't feel you. So I'm just like this. And it just goes and it walks away. I cried the whole way from here. I cried right through to the border. I cried it was such a spiritual experience. I'm sitting there, I'm like, dog. Like I go back. It's my nigga.
Us being stereotypes, really.
When I
Bhubesi,
enjoy
ngiyabona,
it,
but you're not waiting for anyone. You know how people always make an example. What would you do? That's the exact instinct I had. I wanted to run. I wanted to jump.
When I enjoy it,
you know, so it's
because that's just
doesn't like
animal.
So that's how far Bhubesi went or came.
Yeah, that's really great. I'm really fascinated by this. Really, wow.
We could go on the whole day.
Wow,
Like,
wow. Yeah, yes. I also want to tap on something from the podcast. Like, okay. Anyways, I think we'll engage on this later. I don't know.
Okay.
But I wanted to tap on the listening one. Like I was really fascinated about that one. But I think we've talked about it.
We've
before,
gotten a gist of it, yes.
So like yeah, we've been going on and on about Upumbeas. We are really happy to have had you today.
I'm
Samantha.
so happy.
Samantha.
Miss Rad.
Rad. Where's the
Yeah, banva baches. Ngiswat. Samantha lo.
Rad.
Thank you. I always say think Radebe without the ebe, but then add champagne to the first bit. It's like Rad, ebe. Like no.
You are roaring the ra.
Like a raw.
You know? I got you. But it's been amazing. It's really
Thank
been
you
amazing.
so much.
Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share our video. We have the wonderful Miss Boo. Okay, we didn't practice that.
Let's draw.
Row, Simba, row.
Raw. This is your time.
Simba, row.
But guys, it's even how to row. I just do not.
You killed the moment.
It's been lovely. Coming back to it, like it's really been lovely.
Thank
like
you
we lost track
so
of time. We've been having this interesting conversation, blabbling.
I told you I go off. I don't stop.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We wanted that.
That's
actually.
why you need to go check out her podcast.
Oh yeah, yes. One last
You'll
thing.
get some insightful
Samantha needs
stuff.
to mention where you can get her in her stuff.
Like I always say on the podcast, where there's wherever podcast platform exists on earth,
You're there.
There's a row.
When our Apple Podcast, Spotify, Deezer, Podchaser, podcast, as long as a podcast, I'm there. So anywhere you want to catch me. But if you don't have a podcast app, you can go check my IGTV. Bhubesi is king. Then go to the IGTV section. All of them are there.
Okay, so where can people get you on, like on a personal level? Like, do you have personal accounts, like just
Yes.
for your business?
Okay, the business.
Yeah,
Hey,
for
the business one went
Yes.
up today.
Yeah, I saw that. I
Yes,
saw that
yes.
tweet. Yeah.
Be on the
Cakes,
lookout.
like home slice.
Home
Home
slice.
slice.
Be on the lookout for that. But my personal pages, on Twitter, I am at Mantharat. That's where you get to see all this nonsense that we're talking about. On Instagram, I am at Bhubesi is King. And you can check out the business one, which is Home Slice by BTP. Bhubesi the Baker. And on Facebook, which I'm barely there, but you can try, Samantha Kumorat. The Kumo is for my first name, Treasure. Yeah.
Thank you so much for bringing the light to our show. You know,
Yes, it's been lovely having you.
It's been lovely. It's been lovely having Samantha, and she'll do the one thing she promised us, guys.
just
She
a
said
small
she would
thing, I think.
sing.
No, never.
You
Oh
have
yes,
to do it.
before
You
before
said
she
you should.
gives us her rendition of, guys, please stop abusing women. It's disgusting. Like it's really disgusting.
Cheers.
To tea and to stopping abuse. This is the part where you sing.
I was doing that for my voice.
Just a small.
Turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright.
Sing this bathroom, let's clear.
I don't know whether to continue with their song.
You can.
You can if you want to.
Would be.
Turn on the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn on the lights in here, baby. You know what I need. Want you to see everything. Want you to see all of the lights.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There we go. Yes!
Come here.
Yeah, we did it.
I got you.
I'm taking
It's
you
been
guys on
amazing.
tour with me.
Table,
Taking you guys on
entertainment, and arts. It's a wrap.
We out. We love you. Till next time.
Thank you.